Now then, so in this month's, I'm just going to angle this a bit differently so you can see me. In this month's BKSIC, this is for other people who are doing windmills as well. In this month's BKSIC, you're doing Turkish get-ups to a windmill. To that, okay, and back up. Now, I was going through this morning with the guys in the park, and I've been working on this myself. So, on my right, windmill feels absolutely fine. On my left, when I'm coming down, I hope you can see this, when I'm coming down, I get to about there, and my arm bends slightly. So then I get to here, and my arm is like that, okay? Which isn't cool. It's not cool. So, quick bit of background before I get you to do this. There is a line of fascia which starts here, runs all the way down the front of your arm here to your thumb. Okay, down there. Now, if you're tight here, if your shoulder is pulled forward slightly, like that, and probably elevated as well, so you get tight along here, you get a sore neck, kind of sore on top of your shoulder here because your collarbone's being pulled forwards, all of that sort of stuff. That's tight here, that is that line, okay? Now there is an opposite line which runs up from your little finger all the way up the back and down here, okay? Kind of round your rotator cuff, all of that. That line on me isn't very strong on my left. This has been my problem. It's not very strong. So that's the one I'm strengthening, okay? So that's why on a windmill, when I come down from here and down, my arm bends a little bit like that because this line is tight and this line is loose. It's not being activated very well. So I was doing this with the guys in the park this morning. So a little bit of ninja windmill skills for you. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you this. So if I take the bell and do a windmill, this is me just doing it in kind of relaxed. What happens is my arm bends and I can feel that up around my neck. Okay, as soon as I do that, you can hear my elbow crack. As soon as I do that, I feel it light up down here, which is what we're after. Working under here, because there's a lot of big muscles under here, and there's a lot of small muscles up here. So if you're using all of these, that's going to hurt. If you're using all of these, boom, much more stable, okay? So one of the guys in the park this morning, Steve, did exactly that. He was doing a windmill, and I said, straighten your arm, just straighten your arm, and kind of, it feels hard to do, to straighten your arm. But what happens is, if your arm's bending slightly, because it's all tight up here, if your arm's bending slightly, all you need to do is just tilt your hand a bit that way, towards your little finger, just ever so slightly. So when you're here, and it's tight, if it's tight and your arm's a bit bent, to straighten it, just tilt your hand a bit, and that'll tighten this line here, okay? So I did that with Steve this morning in the park. And as he did it, he went, oh God, yeah, he goes, and then he put the bell on, he goes, I could feel that all the way up the back of my arm here, all the way up the back. And it was like, that's exactly where you should be. If you're not feeling it there, you need to feel it there. Now, it'll feel weaker, or it might feel weaker, if you are tight on the front and loose on the back, which most people will be, it'll feel weaker. However, that's because that's not being used for ages, because you've been using this, which is why you get tight neck, why you get a sore neck, why your shoulder aches a little bit, why you feel tight in the front. You'll see people rubbing here, you feel tight. That's being used a lot. You might even get a tingly thumb, tingly finger, tingly index finger and middle finger, because the nerves are being restricted. And it's because you're not using the back line of your arm. So, another little tip, pro tip, the last one. When you're in the windmill, a lot of people will come down, be there, and they'll have either the palm facing straight ahead or even facing away that way. Okay? What that does is also put your shoulder shrugged. So what you want you to do is turn it the other way. Try and keep your arms straight. Bend, maneuver your wrist to the little finger side, remember. So if your arm's bent a little bit this way, maneuver it to the little finger side. It'll light up that back line like I was talking about, which will make it feel nice and sturdy. And then just turn your hand so your knuckles face the wall here, so they're facing away from my head. Okay, and again, that'll really light all that up. You'll feel it struggling here to release, to say like, no, I want to do the work, I want to do the work. Your scalenes, your levator scapulae up here, they all be saying, I want to do the work, I want to do the work. And you're like, well, I don't want you to. I want all of this to do the work, because this is what it's designed for, okay? So you'll be turning your hand away and it'll feel really tough, really tough. Just stick with it and hold it, and then come back up to standing, and then do it again as you go down. If your hand turns this way or whatever, turn your wrist, light that up, and just gently rotate. Go light for this, or even do it without a weight. I can feel it straight away. Without a weight, if I stand like this, get into my windmill stance, and come down and my arm bends like that. As soon as I do that, I can feel it, and as soon as I turn that round, that's tough. Okay, but I can feel it working. So stick with that. Let us know how it goes and give it a try. Go very light, give it a try. And let me know what that does to your windmill.